Good morning, Bulleters. So it's Sunday morning. It's a gorgeous day. We're up at North, if you can see that, up at North Hill. We just we've come down from there. That comes up from Minehead, from the town, and we're heading over to Selby Beacon just at the moment. It's about 10:15 in the morning, approximately. And there's not many people around today. Actually, it's quite a quiet morning. It's lovely, actually. They do say if you want to lose some weight, the best thing to do is go for a walk. For some reason, you burn more calories walking, I think, than you do anything else. But who knows? Yeah, so I have done a lot of walking in the past during the lockdowns, and I lost a lot of weight. I lost about, I think the most I lost was over the third lockdown. I lost about a stone, I think it was. So yeah, it does work. Anyway, so I had to stop there because there's two runners coming and I can't talk and concentrate at the same time, apart from now. But yeah, so that's the view. It's absolutely gorgeous up here. I do love North Hill, especially on a day like this. Another reason I've come up at North Hill is because I went out yesterday and with Comment TV, my best mate, and I had a bit of a mechanical problem. The Di2 battery completely stopped working. It wasn't really that I was worried about when I first went out. It was the tyre, the back tyre. It's a couple of weeks ago I went out and I had a small puncture, and I thought I wanted to go out and just test it to see if the tyre would hold itself. Of course, the tyre was fine. It was a stupid battery this time, so it dropped from full charge to empty technically in about less than 8 miles, which is a bit of a nuisance. So yeah, anyway, I'll catch up with you. Let's catch up with you later. But so it's about 10:30 in the morning now, and we're about just less than 2 miles, between 1.5 miles and 2 miles before we get to Selby Beacon. We've done about 3 miles walk already. So it's a lovely day for a walk. What more can you ask for? I wasn't really planning on doing a walk like this actually, but I've actually quite enjoyed this. The views are stunning. Got to watch where I walk, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna make this a really enjoyable walk. And of course, I've got my headphones in my pocket, the sun's out, got some water in my bag and some snacks, if you can see that. And I even got my selfie stick on today because I thought it's much easier than doing it with my phone. I've got plenty of batteries, like you can imagine. It's such a lovely place. I love North Hill actually. I was going to go up over Grabbist, but looking at the sky, it sort of looked a little bit cloudy that direction and cold. But I have put my hat on, like you can see, the one and only Comment TV hat. So Com Orange. So I keep my ears warm. Thanks coach for this. But yeah, I do wear this hat because when you come out walking, you've got to be seen, and you've got to have something bright on in case something happens, and then at least you can be spotted in an emergency. I've even got my gloves in my pocket because it's a little bit fresh still, but it sort of warms up when you get moving, so it's not too bad, like I say. So anyway, I catch up. So we're just coming up to another gate now. It's a little bit muddy everywhere. But yeah, so I've got my walking boots on, like you can see. They're actually very comfortable. It's actually my second pair It's actually my second pair that I've had in, well, about a couple of years, I suppose. So they do last a long time. The first pair I bought because, hang on 1 minute, because I went to France and I was told, you've got to have a pair of walking boots, Nathan, you've got to have a pair of walking boots. So I thought, okay, we're going to do a bit of walking over there apparently, so I'll get some. Of course, I went, we never did any walking, we just cycled all the time. But so many miles into the walk. So, whoa, nearly dropped my phone. Yeah, so we've done, if you can see that, we've done 3.55 miles so far, approximately. And we've been walking for 1 hour and 20 minutes moving time. So it's going pretty well. But anyway, so I think today might be one of the longest walks I've done in a very long time. As it is only still, what time is it? Nearly 11:15. There's nothing to rush back for. I've got all day, the sun's out. What more can you ask for? Got my music, got some water, of course, got the usual jelly babies in my bag, just to keep me going. But considering I wasn't planning on doing any walking, or not that far, it's come quite well actually. I'm really pleased to come out. Haven't seen anybody really, but I've seen 1 or 2 walking in the distance, but nobody I know, which is great at the moment. So I'll catch up with you later. See you soon. So yeah, so we're about just short of a mile to, if we get to the beacon now. We've done, if you can see that, we've gone 4.28 miles, nearly 4.3, and we're going a speed of about 3 miles an hour, and we've been walking for just about an hour and a half, approximately. My heart rate is about 95 or so. So it's not going too bad, and an hour and a half to do about, well, 4.5 miles approximately. It's a good pace. But yeah, when we get to Southworthy Beacon, some of you might have already seen it before, I'm sure you have, and you sort of know where it is by now. But I'll show you all around the beacon. It's the views, again, the views are stunning. It is really lovely. I love walking to the beacon. And then we're going to decide where we're going to go from there on. Who knows? We might go back through Southworthy, down to Southworthy Church maybe, or we might come back the same way. But we'll decide that when we get there. So stay tuned and keep watching. And don't forget to give this episode a like. Now, that's Southworthy Beacon, the statue. The views, like I said before, the views are absolutely stunning up here. I enjoy coming up here. It's just so relaxing. It's pretty windy though, but just down there, straight in front of you, where we just came. So we're now coming down to Southworthy Church. This is Southworthy. That's the cafe. So that's Salworthy Church just up there. It's a lovely church actually. So we're about 6.5 miles into the walk, and we've been going for 2 hours and 22 minutes. Like I said earlier, we've just come out of Salworthy, and the sun's still out, which is absolutely fantastic. It's such a lovely day. Like I said before, it's still nice, which is a miracle, because usually when you get to what is the time, 11:45 lunchtime, still early, and usually the sun usually goes in, but not today. So we're gonna have got a good few hours left. The evenings don't get dark till about 4ish, I suppose. So I think it's got about, well, not that I'm looking to go out for another 4 hours personally, really, but you never know. But we've got another 4 or 5 hours to go, so before it gets dark. So quite a few hours, so that's good. So I'll catch up with you and later on and fill you in with a bit more, so of where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do, and stay tuned. And don't forget to subscribe to Bale. See you soon. Oh yeah, by the way, look at that view. That's amazing, isn't it? That view is stunning. So now we're heading on the old back road towards, where would you call it? I think I'm going to go over to Kudos now in a minute, shortly, when we get to the end of this road, to the main junction. Just over there, in the far distance, stick up a bit more if you can see that. That's the main road, actual main A39 road is just over there somewhere. We're heading just up that straight ahead, but it's quite nice to walk along here now and again. But if you go through that junction, that gate post, not only it takes you to Bratton, but you have to jump a few gate posts. And I thought today it'd be nice to have a change and a different scenery, and just to make the route even longer. Well, try to anyway, because compare it. I think if I went that way, it's about 16 miles approximately. But so far we have done. We just put the brightness up a little bit. We've done 7.3 miles so far, and we've been going for 2 hours and 41 minutes. Walking about 2.4 miles an hour approximately. So it's the miles are creeping up. This will be my longest walk, not only of this year, well, so far, because I haven't done any walking so far this year, near enough, but also of the last 12 months, as far as I remember. Since we've come back from lockdown, I haven't done any walking really. I might have done a little bit of walking around town, but that's it. So we're going to kick-start the walking once again, and we're going to see if we can get out once or twice a month maybe and do some good miles, but we'll see how it goes. So don't forget to subscribe to Bale again, and you'll see some more of my walking adventures in the near future, hopefully. This is what we've done so far. This is where we walked. We walked from the start, which is about there, and walked all over North Hill, and then we've come down, and we're where that blue dot is now. So that's about 7.5 miles approximately. So yeah, so it seems further than it looks further than it really is. So it's not that far really. I've done this walk quite a few times So I'm not going to get lost. There's no worry about that happening. Around here you cannot get lost in Minehead, or even on Exmoor. Even on Grabbers you can't get lost. You just keep going straight until you well, you see something you recognise, which is mainly all the time. Grabbers is such a lovely part of Exmoor. It's just so quiet. So yes, you got hills to walk, but you got all that. You got that everywhere around here. It's such. I love Exmoor. It's lovely. Now we're walking up to this hill goes up to Wood and Courtney. Yeah, a lot of crashes happen just on that junction actually, just there, because it's a blind spot. Because people fly along from minor direction, but they don't. Yeah, they fly along from minor direction, but you can't see what's at the end of the road until it's too late. Because people pull out, and people coming out from Portlet Way, all sorts. Oh, car coming now. So in a minute we're gonna turn off to walk up the hill, turn off to the left, and there's a slight hill. So it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, so we're gonna just turn up here. To a bit of an obstacle problem here. A tree is falling down, and Bratton Court Woodlands just up there, according to the signpost or the gate post. Should I tour of the area? So we've just seen a mountain biker go past. It's a lovely day for mountain biking actually. I should get mine out sometime, but I think the trouble is with mine is I need the tyres re-slimed again. They haven't been used for over 6 weeks or so, and what happens is the slime in the tubeless tyres gunk up, and they gunk up on the valves, and you can't pump the tyres up too quickly. So, and then if something goes wrong, like you're a puncture or something, you got no chance of getting the tyres off, because they're very hard to get undo and all that stuff. So I need to add down sometime, and then hopefully get it back out. But there's always something with bikes. Everything goes wrong at once in my book. So yeah, so like I say, got nice few did a nice few bikes around today. I always have a look at bikes when you see them, because you always got to have a good look. Look at that view, that's lovely, isn't it? Do you know what? I suppose it's a blessing in disguise. The bike's gone wrong this weekend in one way. It's at least made me get out for a nice walk in the sunshine and enjoy the countryside while we got it on a nice day. It's just such a lovely day, and the time is only 1:10, and we've got hours yet. So far we've done 10 miles. We've done 10 miles, 3 hours and 50 minutes, and yeah, it's all going well still. Well, just over there in the far distance, I don't know if you can see it, it's very faint if you can, that's the Butlins High. So yeah, so now, like I said, we're heading down this path which will take us, it's heading back towards Minehead, of course, like I just said, but this is a path I quite like to do. I like doing this path. It's out the way, it's quiet, and you don't see anyone. There's the second tree down this today. So this is coming down into the Parks Walk now, where we've just come from. The park, I call it Parks Walk because I used to spend hours up there, and the duck pond and everything when I was a young kid, like I said before. But they've actually retarmacked the pavement, which is lovely. It used to be all bumpy and, well, everything really. If you haven't been to Exmoor before, this is a part of the Minehead that you don't see very often.